morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've painted in my brows quite in a defined way today, just because I felt in the mood after doing yesterday's brow tutorial. Right, it's Saturday morning. I've done my base and I've done my cheeks. I'll put all the products below. I just wanted to do that off camera, but when I was looking at the brow tutorial yesterday of Pixiwoo to find the bit where she uses the Pears soap, I got into watching her tutorial and it kind of inspired me. Now, when she does this, she does a kind of evening look to go to some awards she was going to. I think they were the London Fashion Awards. But it inspired me because she uses one of these Pro Longwear paint pots in a coloured shade as a base, and then she puts a oh God, what are they called now? Pigment, that's right, sorry. Pigment over the top. And I have a pigment and I have a coloured MAC paint pot, and they actually would work quite nicely together, although I've never done this. So it inspired me to do this. So I'm going to just kind of improvise on air and do this with you, and hopefully it turns out okay. So first of all, what she used is one of these paint pots. Now, she used a darker shade. I'm going for a day look, and I love this shade. And it's called Rubenesque, which is there. Okay. I've been trying on lip products to see what would go with the look. So I'm going to put that on with a deluxe crease brush by Real Techniques all over my lid. Okay. Kind of build it up. It's beautiful shade, this. Just felt in the mood for it. Okay, now what this does is it will grab the pigment. If you see her look, she does beautiful look on her tutorial, which I will post below. I posted it yesterday, but I will post it again, because have a look at the whole video and see what she does. So that is the Pro Longwear. So that's a cream shadow, and that's going to pick up. Now, before I go in with this very shimmery pigment, so that's Rubenesque, and the pigment I'm going to try going over the top of it is called Melon. It's beautiful. That is the shade of Melon. It's sort of gold, but it's got a peachy fleck to it. It's gorgeous. But before I do that, what I want is a transition shade to kind of define the crease here. So I'm just going to go in with Charlotte Tilbury's Sophisticate, and I'm going to use that shade, possibly that shade, just to build up that crease area and to give me a kind of more defined crease. And then I shall go in with the pigment and put that over my lid. I might just use this one first, just here. Let me just put that down so I can stretch my, I don't want to keep pulling that skin. And, oops, that was the wrong one. Brush that off. And then onto this side. Okay, I don't want this to look too dark. I just want it to kind of give me a bit of definition up there. And what I'm going to do in a minute is relax my eyes to see whether or not I can see it. Yes, I can see it. That's good. Because that's the thing with hoodies. You put it on, it looks beautiful. You relax your eyes and it disappears. No, that's fine. So now I'm going to get the pigment, and I'm picking this up with, I can't remember what she used, but I was looking for brushes, and I'm hoping this is going to work. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it's called an accent brush, but it's tiny, and I thought that it would pick up quite a lot of product, but it would give me a bit more control, because it can get quite messy, pigment. It's very, very pigmented, obviously, but it's quite messy. It's a loose powder in a pot. So I'm going to pick some up with this brush, and I'm going to press it onto the cream eyeshadow that I've got below. Yes, I thought that might work. I love it. So I wanted to basically do a daytime version of what she was doing, which was a more evening look, using the same idea of she's just used darker colours, bolder colours to make it and a reflex copper pigment, which is going to be more for nighttime. So I'm just dabbing it on, and it does actually pick it up really well, so you don't get much fallout. And if I do, then I'll just go back in with concealer afterwards, brush the excess off and go back in with concealer. It can fall off. I mean, you've got to be careful of that. That's why I chose a small brush to kind of dab it on, because it's less likely to go everywhere. Okay, and I'm just going to dot a little bit here in the corner, but without anything to hold it on, just to give me a bit of a highlight in the corner. Yeah, I think that, I don't think I'll go in with any other colours. I just like that as it is. And then what I'm going to do is just with a little bit of the excess, tiny bit of the excess, just on the top of the lid, because I don't want this to go everywhere, is I'm just going to run a little bit of that under my eyes, just to kind of link it up. This is where you really have to use a minuscule amount, and my hand's starting to shake. Just to give me a slight accent of what's over, and no more, because otherwise it would look silly. And then what I wanted to try, I don't know if this is going to work, but I've got an Urban Decay eyeliner which is called Torch, which is sort of an orangey colour, but I wanted to try that and see what that looked like with this look. It might ruin it completely, but if you don't try, you never find out. So let me just see. I don't want to put too much of a line, just a kind of hint of a line. And obviously what I want to do is to blend that in. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used for the pigment, because even if it's got a bit of pigment on it, it doesn't matter. Just to blend it in. I think that works. Tell me what you think. Do you prefer it without? I think it just gives it... Sorry about that, guys. My phone rang, and it's a salesperson, I think, so I just turned it off. Okay, so I'm just putting this on here, and again, I'm going to take the brush that I used for the pigment, because it's quite small, to just smudge that out. Oh, maybe it wasn't a sales call. They've left me a message. I always do that at the end. I don't know what it is. It's just a habit. And just a little bit here. My hands are really shaky this morning. I don't know why. You see how I'm using the other hand to steady it? Because I haven't got the table. I've got the camera quite near to the edge of the table, but I'm kind of using one hand to steady the other. So if you do have wobbly hands, that's another way of doing it. Okay, I'm liking that. Now what she did at the end was that she, just getting rid of that notification, she tight lined. Okay guys, I'm back. As you can see, I tight lined and lower waterlined off camera because I was feeling a little bit shaky, and I don't quite know why my hands are feeling shaky this morning, but it's really useful for me to know what it feels like for you guys that have shaky hands. Maybe I just need to have something to eat because I haven't really eaten much since I got up. So maybe it's my body's way of telling me to eat something, which I will do in a minute. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish off with my upward lash. I know I probably blurred a bit on top of my eyelid, which I will clean up in a little while. And I've got my son behind me now. What do you think of this look, Jack? Any good or rubbish? What do you think? Try not to... Oh, hang on. I've got mascara. Hey, look, mister, I've got mascara. I don't want to end up with it in my eye. What do you think of the look? Tell everyone what you think. Do you think it's a good look on Mummy? Oh, you're not going to speak? No? I do often ask Jack for his opinion because he does actually tell me the truth, and he will tell me if something looks ridiculous. So I do value his opinion. So I'm going to finish off now. I'm going to use, I can't really find a brilliant match to this, but I wanted a kind of peachy lipstick. So I'm going to finish off the look with Sexy Sienna, which is by Charlotte Tilbury. I can't really find a brilliant match to it, but I'm going to use Hot Gossip, which is a lip liner. By Charlotte Tilbury. And actually, I'm filling it in deliberately because Sexy Sienna can look a bit pink in the wrong light, and this has got a brownie undertone, so I want it to look more peachy than pink. Okay, that's my look. Few products and it's done. I hope you like that, and let me know how you think. I'll put all the details of the products below. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.